Can you feel the love tonight? Is it? It is the restless wanderer who speaks me. Yeah, that's not bad, eh? I pushed the button just so that I could record that and get that for posterity.
Oh, okay, that's
You know,
sweet.
yeah.
I just pulled it off my ears because it was really loud in my ears.
Oh, sorry about that.
Going real deep.
Yeah, I kind of went a little crazy on the old Lion King sing-song in there. You know how I do. The button has been pushed officially.
You push it good.
Push it real good. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da.
Merry Christmas to you. Celebrate your winter holidays. Whatever you want, gonna do it. Hopefully you get some off kind of days. But not the off kind of days.
No.
You know, not days where you're sort of off.
Well,
No,
Also-
whacking off.
whacking off.
Just, if you're having a bad day, just whack off. It's like a reset.
Merry Waxmas. Oh.
And that sounds like a hair removal.
It's also fun, you know.
I want to
on
call Cleo on that one.
Christmas Day.
Hook up. Can you give me a smoother
Talk to your-
than seal tummy?
Talk to your local esthetician.
What?
Is that, no, what do you call it? Esthetician?
Esthetician with
Oh,
an E.
it's not a. What if you?
Esthetician is like, I think you're glamorizing proctologist.
It does sound nice
I
though.
think it's different.
You know, more of an esthetician kind of guy than an
Yeah.
esthetician.
Yeah.
You know.
Welcome, everybody, to the We Can't Pick the Title podcast.
Hey, welcome.
BG here.
This is JT over here, otherwise known as Too Far Thompson, too.
So far.
We'll just keep throwing twos out there. Tutu.
Also
You know?
Thompson.
Yeah, I'd look good in a tutu, I bet. I could pull one off.
Yeah.
You think? I watched a
Can need
little
a bit more
short.
fabric.
Ooh. Yes.
Bring the crinoline!
Yes. Take those 3 or 4 tutus and
And
mix
that's
them
going to be
together.
a pom-pom
That's going to be
for
one. Yeah.
for one hand.
That'll cover his thigh. I watched a ballerino. That's a male ballerina. Just so everybody knows, it's like a short little clip on what they do to their feet and their toes to go through it all and everything.
Like
and
a lot of pedicures and nail polish.
well, I assume there's a lot of that
you
involved
know,
first.
you don't want to take care of those
They
feet.
really take a good.
You don't want any stinky
brunt.
feet
Well,
in your ballet shoes.
I'm sure they do get a little funky, like hockey skates. I wonder if it's the same thing with ballerina.
Oh,
you
God,
know,
I
where
hope not.
just the locker room of a fucking ballet is just
Oh.
funky.
Probably.
That'll go back to that episode
Not
we were talking
sure.
about the stinkiest sport. You know,
Yeah. A lot of,
ballet a sport though? No, it's like a dance.
I think dancing's a sport.
Oh, that's.
Have you ever
true.
tried to dance for more than 10 seconds?
No, I'm not saying it's not hardcore, physical, and massive amount of talent and work and stuff that goes into it. I was just thinking sport. I know they tried to do like ballroom dancing as an Olympic sport, and
Did they? Did it,
yeah,
work out?
it was like one of those. Every sort of Olympics they throw in like some exhibition type events, and not really a medal type of thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Like chopsticks or something?
is that in the sport?
Yeah, you gotta eat like Jello jigglers with chopsticks.
Oh, that sounds tough. Actually,
I can't remember what they call it. But
years of
I'm
training and
pretty sure
discipline.
it's a real thing.
You know,
It's not just something I made up at the
Are you sure?
at the buffet.
just trying to get those stupid square cubes.
Yeah, the Jello jigglers at the Chinese.
They got too
Buffet.
much skin on them.
Yeah, everybody loves those.
It's all skin.
yeah,
you know.
that's the best part. It's like Jello jerky.
Oh, that's the worst
Sneezed
part.
on because it's like 37
Right.
days old or whatever.
Yeah, well handled by
You
the
know
children.
when they get all the different colors of the Jello, that those are the, ends of the pan, right?
The last 6 inches of the pan.
Oh,
Yeah. What?
last 6 inches of the pan.
Not like that kind of 6 inches.
Not like a labyrinth.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. That's a whole other movie.
Oh,
That's a whole other David Bowie
Jason's
thing.
got a soda pop here for your burping enjoyment. Chugging down the last of his Coca-Cola.
It's all gone now. That's
Yeah.
well flat. That's for sure.
Oh, it's not even bubbly?
Not at all.
Not going to be burptacular?
Nope.
Oh,
No,
sorry, guys.
I also have this delicious hot chocolate.
You might need to like swoosh
Made
it
around
around. It's
here.
been sitting for a while.
Okay,
I made them like a while ago, but then the last cog was finishing up, and we had to find out what happened with the race car.
Swoosh, swoosh,
The smallest cog?
swoosh, swoosh.
Is that what it's called?
Sorry, I'm making swoosh noises.
I know, I'm not getting a straight answer. Sorry, guys.
The smallest cog is the shop that he started, Richard's Hammond Workshop.
Yeah, we were watching that show.
Richard Hammond's Workshop.
And we had to find out what happened before we could do the podcast.
Whoa, what's going to happen with the podcast or the show? Sorry, my chair.
How's all your sugar and chocolate and
My chair just dumped out on me.
the
so
hydraulics
it
is
freaked
like
me out a
well,
little
if
bit.
you lean back, it like the
Is that the
hydraulics
trick?
goes. Psh.
Oh, okay.
I found that out when I was holding the cat the other day. The cat was also very annoyed that the chair went down like a little. Psh.
No, cat's so temperamental. You know, he's
Is
all.
he?
Well, he likes his chairs to not, flop down on a moment's notice.
Neither
or something
do I.
like
My temperamental.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, when it comes to chairs, and their hydraulics, and other such. So, how's everybody out there doing today? Doing really good. Everybody's out there having fun and living their life and living large and in charge, as you were. No, not so much in charge. Just large. Well, that's okay.
It's okay to be any
Join the
size.
club.
Every size you want.
Any size you want, as long as you're in charge of your
It's your size.
of your own destiny. I got nothing. I got nothing. Apparently, I'm just
Were
rambling
you
on.
trying to do a little video there while you were on the podcast, and then you got distracted?
You
and
you gotta promote.
lost your purpose.
A little
real quick.
self promotion or spam,
What?
as it were.
Yeah.
Spam.
There goes your chair.
That keeps freaking me out.
Down a little bit more. Do you want to
Chair
switch
drops
chairs?
every
We can switch
No,
chairs
I
real
think
quick.
I'll hit bottom eventually. The rock bottom.
I better wait around for that.
Finally
Thanks
hit
for
bottom.
the warning.
Here we go, folks. Strap yourselves in.
Shit. Glad I'm on the futon. Where are you guys sitting?
Rock Bottom Podcast.
You write in. Tell us where you're sitting.
Rock Bottom, that'd be a good name for anything, really, or a title for a podcast,
What?
If you're like a rock climber, I guess you'd want rock top, not rock bottom, so that doesn't seem very...
Bottom and top rocker.
Oh, that's a good song.
Step into the room like a... What?
Cock blocker.
Okay.
Right. I think that's okay.
Walk into the room like an intentional cock blocker.
Yeah. And other such lyrics.
Yeah. It's good. What's the
Something about the locker.
what's the band though?
Oh, Swollen Members.
Swollen Members.
Yeah.
Go check out the Swollen Members album. It's got a song on that.
Back when Mad Child came back.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's their newest album or not.
No, he's just did a new one.
He's doing his new thing again.
Like it's just started.
Just him.
Yeah.
But I know.
No, like with the band.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Pretty sure current
Another
events.
one. Cool.
Current events.
You're all on top of the old Swollen Members.
Oh,
You're
they
on top
come
of
up
the
in my live stream quite a
Swollen
bit.
Members there. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they have like a weekly thing.
They're so
Swollen
swollen.
Members. Yeah. Anyways, that song, it was kind of our road trip song.
Walk into the room an intentional cock blocker.
A cock blacker? What?
No.
Oh, is that your accent?
Yeah, cock. I was adding a little extra, some Cockney accent in there too. You know.
All right. Well, what are you smoking there?
Hello, governor. Yes.
Oh, Jesus, we're getting canceled.
It's all the hot chocolate and Coca-Cola.
I know.
It's got me all jacked up.
Caffeine and it's Christmas time, you guys. He saw some Christmas lights earlier today,
Ooh.
and he's trying to ride the high still with all the sugar.
Twinkly.
Sugar.
Sugar twinkles in the morning.
I've been enjoying my advent calendar. It's a cheese advent calendar. I'm not sure if I told you guys about it last week. It was pretty tasty. It was pretty tasty. It's tasty every day. So I have like a little piece of cheese along with my coffee. And then about 2 o'clock I eat real food. But
That's good. That's the way to
it's
go.
good. Yeah, works out.
It's a diet.
It's,
something.
It's how I maintain this perfection.
There's no like weird cheeses in the calendar, really. Hey, like have you had
in the
one
morning
that's like
with your coffee, they're all a little weird.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, of course. That grosses me right out. I
yeah,
can't think about doing that. But
it's kind of weird. There's like a jalapeno situation,
Okay.
and then there's like a bunch of different orange flavors,
Smoked
and stuff.
Gouda.
Oh, and then applewood smoked Goudas.
Oh, there you go.
Or I think they're all cheddar.
Smoked something.
I think they're all cheddar. Anyways,
Speaking of smoking.
yeah. What do you got to smoke there? Your applewood?
Speaking of appleweed.
What?
Ooh, you guys ever make a pipe out of an apple and smoke weed?
I did. I recommended it to a friend recently.
Yeah, just recently, too. I can't remember who
they
it
were
was.
like,
but yeah.
how do I smoke this nug?
yeah.
How do I make a pipe?
Yeah, all right. How do I make a pipe?
Do you want Alzheimer's, and do you want to do it with a pop can or beer can? Or do you have a potato or an apple?
Yeah, either one.
Yeah, potato or an apple's the way to go, but definitely try to give yourself a long tube down, have the bowl far away from your face. Because like a really small round apple is not ideal.
Yeah.
You just have to tilt your head way back when you're...
And like a big old Red Delicious, or something.
Some sort of like a long... Maybe a pear would be better, I'm not sure.
Banana?
Potatoes are okay.
Bananas
you just want
to
any of them you want to wash it off. You don't want the pesticides or other people's dirty little fingers that have been touching your fruit.
That's a good point.
And breathing on your fruit.
We're going to have to experiment a little bit. We'll bust out like a banana and make a pipe out of it. And
I thought you were going to say, like, see which one has the most germs on them. I was like, wait, we get to buy science things?
Yes. Ooh, I do like science things.
I don't know if a banana would work out because they're pretty wet.
It'd be tough to make a hole through it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I could figure it out.
The other ones, I recommend like a old Bic pen.
Yeah.
Not too old because you don't want it like all full of.
Well, a clean Bic pen.
Yeah, under the seat of the car lint.
Yeah,
or whatever.
give it a good
crusted on there.
Blow through it.
Wipe it on the inside of the bottom of your pant leg so nobody sees it.
That's good stuff.
That's where you wipe it. You got something on your hands and you don't have anything. It's the inside of the bottom of your pant leg. That's why dogs love me. They're just like, is that a little bit of sandwich?
She smells like cheese and...
Yeah. They're like, oh, wow. Her feet smell like all kinds of deliciousness. That's why I wash my clothes, though. I'm not one of those people that can just never wash their clothes because they're...
Right.
I get all kinds of food on myself.
Just all the local dogs and cats following you everywhere.
Oh, my God. That's why animals like me.
Bacon? I think I can smell bacon.
Yeah. And I usually have a snack in my pocket. The horses know.
Yeah.
I just do a little... And they come, like, cruising up the field. Yeah, they didn't go too quick because it was icy today, but got a fancy new turtleneck for my horse, so...
Turtleneck chain.
Yeah.
Turtleneck chain. Turtleneck chain. Sipping on a light beer.
It made me think of that SNL song that goes like that Jason just sang.
Just like that song?
Are you stopping to burp, or are you just pausing there?
I was stopping to sing, but then...
I don't think that's how you sing. I think you just go right into it. You don't stop to sing.
You don't do like a whole, like...
Oh.
Turtleneck chain. A turtleneck chain. Turtleneck chain. Sipping on a light beer.
I try not to really gasp before I sing, but maybe the school taught me wrong.
Singing school?
They did me wrong.
When you were in singing school?
Oh, we had to do chorus in like elementary and
I suppose, yeah.
junior high and probably high school too. I don't know. Probably. I was like, that's an easy grade.
That's
just
perfect.
Show up and sing. And there's 30 other people.
It's like me in auto mechanics.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
You're doing it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
why not?
There's like all kinds of people did like the hairdressing school, like cosmetology in Alberta.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like that was part of your high school credit. And I was just like, what? You get to braid hair for school credit? Like, come on. I wish BC would support their trades like that. Maybe they have that kind of stuff now in school. I don't know.
It must be by now something. I know they got all kinds of crazy courses now in school.
All
like
kinds of crazy.
I can't remember. There was one that was like
kayaking,
photojournalism, and
podcast school,
podcasting, and all kinds of other.
All kinds of
We should have went to podcast school. Maybe.
I think maybe.
We're taking you to podcast school right now, bitches.
What?
Sorry, I got all aggressive there.
Yeah.
It went off.
Yeah, you just got a whole lot of female dogs that aren't fixed outside.
Yeah,
You're like, come on, guys.
Yeah, they're big fans.
They love podcasts.
They're outside.
They're hound dogs, apparently.
They're in heat.
Oh. Because they're... Yeah, the bird's like, oh...
Bird knows,
Bird does not like female dogs in heat. He's like, oh, what are they doing outside? All the other slutty dogs are going to come get them. All the roaming critters.
Oh, those are fun.
So what kind of weed you got there?
This is actually, we're kicking it old school and going to the old homegrown.
All right.
The old pine warp. Oh, that was a yawn. I wasn't sure if that was going to be
You
a
thought I was
sneeze.
screaming out loud
Yeah.
and quietly? No, it's a big yawn.
It's like, you could just scream into the pillow.
Not much air in the
If you're
house.
angry about that, I could crack open this here Dorsky.
Oh, yeah.
You
Well,
know.
we'll smoke that outside anyway.
Dorsia? Yeah, exactly. You want to do that?
Okay, we'll be right back. Thanks for waiting. I know, that took a while. Ouch, the cat is sitting on me now, and, yeah, he's digging his claws in. I think he's trying to do the puzzle. We started a little puzzle here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're actually on the third puzzle.
That was a throat scratcher, that one. I've heard a little bit.
Jason had some,
Got a little gaggy there.
Does
that happen to anybody else out there?
when you smoke too much weed,
Yeah,
crazy?
sometimes there's a word, there's cyclic vomiting syndrome, they call it.
Oh,
I know. I
sounds-
don't get that anymore,
No.
but I figured out certain ways around that.
Yeah,
If that happens to you, you just message me. I'll help you out with ways around that.
yeah.
You know,
Fix
but
it up.
good weed
Oh,
still.
yeah?
You know, I think it's a fresh, clean pipe, right? So I'd take a nug of the weed and make a sort of filter screen thing out
It
of it.
doesn't all just like...
Doesn't all just because I don't like screens. I don't like metal screens in my glass
yeah.
pipes. You know, or anything. So yeah. But then the nug that I made, I think, was like half stem
Ooh.
too. So it was like heating up and got a little funky at the end. We'll say.
Yeah.
Funky at the end, we'll say.
And then it doesn't help that the hot chocolate had Cremo in it.
Oh, that's why it was so delicious.
Make you a little phlegmy.
All right.
Because people with blue eyes tend to get phlegmy when they have
Oh, yeah?
dairy.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, an
Oh, crazy.
iridologist that used to work at our spa
Oh,
told me
okay.
about that.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I had like a tickle in my throat kind of thing that wouldn't go away. Like sometimes you get like a slobber that you choke on kind of thing.
I don't know about that at all.
Yeah.
With my extra kissing juices, you know.
Aw. And so the iridologist just said that it's really common for people with blue eyes to have like a mucousy reaction to having dairy. Yeah.
So, well, there you go. There's a sweet genetic trait for all you blue-eyed folks out there. You
And
know.
I just learned that supposedly we all have the same one common ancestor. All blue-eyed people can be traced back to the same person.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Ooh, crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, weird.
Creeping.
Yeah. That's
Cause
slightly inbred there a little bit. You know.
good thing we're not breeding.
Still got all my teeth for,
Some teeth for now.
for another month or so, anyway.
Go get them cleaned.
Yeah. The iridologist?
Sure.
Is that what you said? Iridologist?
Whatever.
Ooh, sounds more like urine. No, urologist? That's what that is.
When your pee
Your
doctor.
pee doctor?
Not your pee-pee doctor, but your pee doctor.
Right. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. For your wizard, not your wizard.
Your wizard sleeve?
Yeah, or your wizard sleeve, either
Either
way.
way.
You know, whatever you got magically going on.
They can tell a lot, like in your eyes and stuff, eh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, all kinds of different sicknesses and diseases and...
Well, diabetes and heart disease and cancer were like 3 that they check you for at the optometrist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, eh?
Freaking freaked me right out, man. I'd never been to the optometrist, and you know, you always see they put that big bunch of lenses in front of your eyes, and maybe they take some pictures and they put like the drops in so it makes your pupil really huge. Well, then they set you in like the back room waiting on your own to actually talk to the iridologist or whatever, or optometrist, and to talk about your results and to get you the proper lens, whatever. And they have like a little TV going on there, and they were talking about how this lady was saved because it screened out cancer from her eye. You know, they were like, oh shit, we saw some cancer in there, so by the way, we'll just get that tiddled up. And she saved her life, you know. If you'd let it go, could have killed her.
And you're just there to get glasses.
I'm just
right?
there for some fucking glasses, and here they're like, oh, and by the way, well, not them, like the commercials that they leave you alone in the back, just sitting there, and I'm like, fuck me, man, like, heart disease, diabetes, like all these cancer. And I'm like, okay, well, family history, 2 out of 3. So I'm like, and the girl, when she looked at at my eye to check for like weird blood vessels and shit and to take the pictures and stuff, she had said it's like all good, but I don't know if that's like the nurse saying, oh yeah, you're fine, and then they put you in with the specialist and they're like, okay, you got like 2 weeks to live. You know,
check your eyes.
Yeah,
you know, yeah.
So I was super sweaty. I had to wait like 25 minutes, and like by the time they opened the door, I was like, oh my god, like sitting back there by myself rewatching this stupid commercial. Like it had gone through the series of commercials because there's only like 5 minutes worth of ads on there, and then I'm like, holy shit balls. So I just started like looking up at the tiles and counting the little circles in the fucking ceiling tile. And when I went in there, because I was like, Jesus Christ, what's taking so long, you know, like really stressing out about it. And you know, the other half of me is like, everything's fine, everything's meant to be the way it's meant to be, and at least you're here now if you're finding something out, you know, trying to talk myself through it mentally. And then the cutest little fucking 5-year-old boy comes out, you know, and he's there to get his glasses, and it just cracked me right up, because he looked like that kid from It's a Wonderful Life, or whatever that Christmas Carol one, yeah. The super cute kid with the red coat, or whatever it is.
He's all, I got diabetes. No.
He was a little chubster. Yeah, anyways, I was fine, and they gave me some glasses, but... Yeah, anyways.
All good. They didn't find anything in your eyeballs other than...
Yeah, but they can find all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's crazy. When you went in there and told me all about that, and I don't know, it's just kind of neat that, like, back in the day, 2,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, ancient, you know, Chinese doctors and stuff would look at your eyes and different ways to look at it. Now, you know, here we are, 21st century, and still doing it, or just using machines now.
Yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Just able to chart it all out. Probably get awesome pictures.
Yeah, it'd be neat.
You know.
Yeah. Like my teeth pictures. When I go in, maybe we should ask them, see if I can get some. When I go for my MRI for my knee, I'm going to ask them if I can get some pictures sent to me.
Yeah,
because everything's all digital. They don't have to print anything off now.
Yeah, that's true.
Realistically, right? So they just email it to me.
Like that picture that the fella had went to fill out his Christmas card.
Oh yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
and it's like he does this really nice Christmas card online, like say through London Drugs or something like that, through their photography shop, and then you like click on the picture that you want for your family photo for your Christmas card. And his was his X-ray of like his all of his teeth, and so he's got like 80 freaking Christmas cards with just his tooth X-ray on there. But I mean, it's funny. Everybody will remember.
You gotta
that
send
one.
it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's so
maybe
great.
tape the actual photo over the top or something.
Put like a sticker of like a cookie or something, you know, something Christmassy, or like fruitcake,
a
big bite of fruitcake or something in your mouth.
Something in there, just a chunk of fruitcake in there.
Yeah, jammed in between,
yeah,
colored
like,
in.
See, I can't have fruitcake.
Oh. Shape them all like little candy canes, all your teeth.
Might as well.
That'd make it creepy as hell, actually. But
so last week we talked about different strains, and if maybe catnips have different strains.
Yeah. So
did you find out anything more about that?
Oh, did I? I got like 8 pages here. So
okay.
Strap yourself in, folks. Grab yourself coffee. No, I'm just joking. Well, I'm not joking. I do have 8 pages or so, but I won't give you the full brunt.
You wrote out 8 pages?
No, that's insane. I copied and pasted from various sources.
Okay.
Let's say I'm not going to cite those sources because I
didn't.
closed the pages, the tabs,
too quickly,
a long time
but
ago.
You're going to get better at that. But you just looked them up, you just in the Google world, you just like, hey, how do I find this? And it all came up.
Yeah, I went to Google World and I just opened up the file that says catnip.
All right.
And did some research, and that's how it works, right? I think. So
as he plays with his actual nips,
well, it gets me going.
It does.
Catnip.
He loves it.
It's sort of like it's wordplay.
Nips.
And nip play at the same time.
All right.
So the best of both worlds.
Does
really.
have his shirt off, so
had to. It was getting a little warm.
Yeah.
So catnip. There's no real like indica or sativa necessarily.
Not like
weed.
Okay.
We were thinking like, is there one that
because
gets
cats
people all crazy?
All cats act different to it.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, that's why I was like, well, what's the deal? Is there different types? Or?
So there isn't. There's lots of different types and different varieties. So it's Nepeta cateria
is the name of
the
actual,
official variety.
The kind that gets some cats all messed up.
Right, exactly. It's true catnip is what it's called. And there's lots of different species. It grows everywhere. Lots of different colors of flowers and different types of plants and everything. Started in native to Europe and Asia, but grows easily everywhere. It's now found like everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Sort of deal. And so a big reason why the cats go different, all crazy, some get all horned up, and others get all aggressive, and that's what they said on here, is some get like very horned up. And in the experiments that they did, out of 100
I say
cats,
that being all judgy, but my black cat, when I was a teenager, she turned, my mom's actual words were sleazebucket. That the cat would turn into a real sleaze bucket on it. So
that's great.
Don't let her have catnip.
Don't give it any catnip.
Yeah, because she'd get all kind of drunk and piss herself and back into you like she was wanting to hump it.
Oh man, if I had a dime for every time I was in the bar and saw that.
And you're like, are you on catnip, lady? Get away from me.
Cougars on catnip.
Gross.
So, speaking of cougars, it also does work on big cats as well.
What?
Certain big cats, not necessarily.
A tiger?
Some tigers, some same as they said.
So it's like a percentage of every cat population.
Yeah,
it was
about a quarter. They said between 18 to 25% or so it has no effect on it all.
Oh. Okay.
And there's no real way to tell. There's no genetic trait or anything on why one would react and one won't.
Lives in the upside of town or something?
A mother could have super reactions and all of her kittens might not have any reactions.
Like in an upscale neighborhood, maybe the cats wouldn't be as reactive because they wouldn't be doing catnip.
Right. Sort of the more
cats.
Yeah, the more impoverished neighborhoods. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
there's
like
a lot
the
more
jazz
catnip
cats are
going
really
on.
into it.
The jazz cats really into their fucking catnip, man. Well, the upper class, they're still really into it, but it's all hidden
hush.
and weird and underground, and they're just doing lots of
it
it all
out
the
of their
time.
kid's bag when the kid goes to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah,
I see how you mean.
You got to get through those cat board meetings.
Dad's making cookies out of it. So there's terpenes in it? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, so that's sort of the only real, I went on a page where it was comparing catnip to marijuana sort of deal, because the effects, technically, because some people have hardcore effects on weed.
Yeah, some people just shouldn't have it because it's not for them.
They get paranoid, they get weird, they fall asleep.
It's not fun.
And others get happy and fun and do podcasts.
Or whatever.
Or whatever.
Space out, look at a ladybug for a while.
Which is also fun. Yeah. It's not the most exciting podcast, but whatever. Whatever you're up to, So that was one comparison, was the terpenes. Okay. So I'm going to try to get this right here. The scent. So the catnip has the scent of nepetalactone.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the active ingredient. It's a terpene, it says, which is an aromatic compound in the same family as the skunky chemicals that give marijuana its characteristic funk. So the terpene technically is the scent, is the funk, is the thing that gives off the scent. That's the only comparison to any kind of weed.
Okay.
If you were no indica, sativa, but they both have terpenes. So they give off that sweet, sweet ass funk. Bobby Jean, you got your hand up like a good girl.
So if I took some catnip and squished it up in my fingers and rubbed it on my gums, kind of like the cats do or whatever, would that get me all buggered up?
Not at all.
Oh.
It said it basically has no real effect on humans. Won't get you sick. It's not necessarily toxic unless you ate a whole lot or anything. But yeah, it doesn't really do much for humans.
The bumblebees fucking love it.
Oh yeah?
The ones that we have a whole bunch of little purple flowers. They're purpley white flowers, and the bumblebees are just the big poofy bees I'd see on there quite a bit. Well, even the honeybees.
Well, it makes sense because they're funky. They probably give off a smell.
Oh shit, yeah.
Right, and then they would still have some sort of nectar or pollen. Yep. Those are flowers, right? I assume. So, yeah. Yeah, so it was kind of neat that they're both sort of terpenes, and
So, and is there any other drugs you can give your cat to get them all messed up that are natural? Just if your cat's like, just, hey, I'm not really into that.
Yeah, no, nobody wants that.
Yeah.
So there's, I love the names of these. There's silver vine.
It's a different plant?
Yeah, so these are different, totally different plants, not different types of catnip. Totally different types of plants that cats also react to and have fun with and gets them all fucked up.
An enjoyable thing.
Yeah, totally good. Yeah.
It's not like your cat's gonna...
No, so that was the other thing.
Have an existential crisis or something.
Little side note, it's not toxic to cats. System. They can't overdose.
Oh, okay.
They'll eventually get to a point where they don't like it, they don't whatever, so they'll back off. Yeah. And it's no different than drinking. Eventually you get to a point where, like, I can't even hold the booze to my face.
You figure out your tolerance.
Yeah, exactly, right? So they'll stop and then back off. And as far as the study could tell, they can't really build up a tolerance.
Right.
Or didn't seem to, anyway.
Yeah.
Build up any kind of actual long-term exposure.
Use the same amount all the time.
Right, exactly.
The same.
Yeah.
Kitty cat buzz.
More was still better.
Oh.
According to this, that it was like, give me a whole fucking pile of catnip. That's a lot better than a little sprig.
Cats gone wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and wasn't honeysuckle a thing too?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's take a few steps back. There was silvervine, Tatarian honeysuckle, and valerian root, which I love because just the names sound very like Game of Thronesy. Like it's just kind of. Go ahead.
So that specific type of honeysuckle, that must have been the type that your parents had, because I remember when we lived in Drayton Valley, the cats would all come and they'd like scratch and stuff on the honeysuckle, and then when we were at the pet store, people were selling like just little like 2 or 3 inch chunks of like a finger size of honeysuckle for you just like it's dried and it's in a little bag and you take it home and you give it to your cat, and it was like $8.99.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, your dad wanted to rip out that honeysuckle. It was like full, like not the size of my wrist, but like pretty damn close to the size of my wrist, where the main stalks on either side, and then all up and over the arbor and back at the archway at the back of the yard. I was like, damn, we're gonna be fucking living large.
Live that honeysuckle life.
Yeah, but
we're honeysuckle rich, baby.
We didn't go over there and use the pruners and dry it all and make it into cat toys.
Seemed like a lot of work. You gotta get that shit approved. That's the hard part.
Right. They gotta find out.
Because I looked it up, and eventually that was the wall. Was like
they were like, well, if you've ever used Roundup in your yard or something.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was. It was something we couldn't guarantee that.
Well, being in town, the neighbors
tried all kinds of shit.
The neighbors could have been Roundup in their.
Oh, I guess.
The backyard.
Right.
It looked like nothing grew back across the way. And they didn't have dandelions either. It was like lawn, but that was it. I was like,
remember the Weed X bars?
Yeah.
The old Weed X, and you'd have to like drag it behind you. It's like
I tried that one time in Alberta.
It never worked.
All the little dandelions. And then it just would rain.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm thinking about these little kitty cats or whatever, neighborhood kids or whatever, or birds landing on it, and they're just getting pesticide all over their little paws.
Yeah, we were out there playing it. It couldn't have been that
you
bad.
guys were playing in it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Just taking bites out of the Weed X bar.
Not sure why you couldn't have children.
Grew up big and strong.
Weird.
Weird how that works.
Weird.
Just dipping my balls on the wet Weed X
sitting
lawn.
Down and
yeah.
Having a little break, having your popsicle.
One day.
Sitting in the pesticides.
Yeah, drips on the ground to pick it up. Not going to waste a good popsicle just because there's Weed X on it.
There's no dandelions growing in your junk, so I guess that worked.
How did we get... Oh, the honeysuckle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So good to know there's other plants the cats are into.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I was wondering about that.
So it said the silver vine was actually way more popular than the catnip in their study.
Like if cats could choose what they wanted to...
Yeah, it was 80% for the silver vine.
On a Friday night.
Oh.
So did they say you can like just give it to your cat as much as you want, or will your cat drop out of school, or I guess it depends on the cat.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It depends on it's a nature versus nurture kind of thing, and is the cat still encouraged to go to school, or is it totally fine to just stay home and do nothing?
Yeah, if it likes cartoons.
Cat tunes.
Yeah.
Everything.
I don't know.
Thundercats.
Thundercats. They would just watch shows about
Big
mice.
fan of Thundercats, yeah.
Mice and a little bell in there, because 80% of cats are going to become TV watchers. Oh, man.
I was Scrooged.
Oh, it was so good to watch Scrooge. That is my all-time favorite Halloween, Christmas movie. It was kind of scary when it came out.
It is sort of scary, so it could be like Nightmare Before Christmas is both.
Yeah, for sure. I was a bit scared of it when I first watched it. But every year I love it more. Like, the sarcasm in it, of course, is, like, just perfect. And Bill Murray is fantastic in it. He plays, like, a little bit of a creepy slime ball, but, like...
A little bit.
You can still see why he's a lovable character, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, you're like, he's still kind of charming and stuff. It's great. It's kind of a whole Christmas Carol thing, basically, Scrooge.
Well, he's perfect for that, because you have to...
And it's Scrooged, right? With the D?
With the D.
End? Yeah.
Big old D.
Yeah. He loves the D.
He loves the D. Bill Murray loves the D. You heard it here first, folks.
That's what we heard. Come at me, Bill. Come get me.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you
Come
message
get me,
us
Bill.
anytime you want.
Please.
I'll be happy to discuss that.
Yeah, you can hang out on the futon.
That'd be great. Imagine that first guest.
Oh, jeez. Jeez, I'd be real flattered, eh?
That'd be pretty good if, he could come about town and talk to us here on the old podcast.
In Canada, eh?
I assume he'd say podcast.
Is he Canadian?
No.
Isn't that what they were implying?
He's close.
In what was the movie that he was in where they wind up in the middle of nowhere or whatever? And he's like, has his own bowling alley and stuff.
Kingpin, he's the bowler.
That's okay, guys. I think it's like Zombieland or something like that.
Oh, yeah, he's in Zombieland. Oh, does he have his own bowling alley on that one?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
he's rich and has the big house.
He's got his own
stuff.
movie theater.
That's what it was, yeah.
Kingpin, the guy, has his own bowling alley. Yeah.
I got mixed up there,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry
That's
about
so great on Zombieland, too. They kill him. Because he's playing the prank on him as the dead zombie guy. And then Ooh, spoiler. I assume people watch it.
You guys should watch Zombieland.
10, 15
it's
years
good.
old
It's
now.
not a Christmas show, though. Scrooge is a Christmas show.
Oh, yeah. So Scrooged, I was going to say that Bill Murray's like the only guy that could play that, because you have to believe that he was this nice, fun, charming guy in his former life, or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
When he was with the girl before.
Yeah.
Claire. Yeah, Claire. And now he's this asshole. So you always have to be able to believe both at the same time. And it's really neat. I don't know. Yeah, he does a great job. And I always cry at the end. I can't help it.
The desperation.
He gets doing his speech at the very end, and I just, because I know what's coming, I just,
Bobcat's amazing in it, too.
Oh, yeah.
He has just, this character arc where you're like, oh, look at this sweet character, and then you're like, oh, and then you see what it's like when people get pushed to their limit at Christmas time. It's beautiful.
He does the eeny. Is it eeny, meeny, miny, mo? No, that's not what he says. When he's
It's okay. They can watch it.
When he's about to shoot the shotgun at him. I don't know.
It's okay.
We'll have to watch it again, I guess.
It's okay.
Christmas movies.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. I was trying to think of because this is technically.
This will be the last one before Christmas.
Yeah, this will be the episode before Christmas, and
we're gonna be doing stuff for a couple of days, and not sure if we'll be able to squeeze in a quickie, but. Geez, might not make it to the end of this one. Keep coughing like that.
Good times. Yeah. So I was trying to think of, because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and they all talk about Christmas, and what's your favorite Christmas thing, and what's your favorite Christmas memory, and your favorite song, and your favorite movie, and blah, blah, blah. And I wanted to do something different.
What do you want to do?
I couldn't come up with anything.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
how uncreative my brain has been these days.
What's your favorite Christmas ornament?
Oh, my favorite Christmas ornament of all time?
Whatever.
The one that I had?
Whatever one
way
pops
back
into
in
your
the
head.
day. The angel on top. Man.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
You're just drawn to that one, like the one on your own tree?
Actually, I had this Bart Simpson one where he's like on a skateboard and doing his whole thing.
That one's pretty deadly.
And then we had these ones actually where it was all like Santa Claus ones, and there was like Santa Claus skiing, and then another one was Santa Claus. I think he had like a bow and arrow, even, and it was all like different Santa sports ones and stuff. And I think throwing a
Archery
football,
Santa?
maybe. Yeah, I can't remember now.
Okay.
We probably ended up with a lot of those decorations.
Oh, did you?
No, did we?
I didn't get any decorations.
No? Maybe we didn't.
No.
I don't know.
I did get you like a Simpsons set one year.
Oh, that's the Bart Simpson one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Marge and everything, and the SpongeBob set.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are great.
Those ones are fun because you can kind of like, you're like, oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. And they all kind of go together.
Oh, yeah, because there's Squidward and everything in there, too. Yeah, and Gary the Clown. Meow.
Those are your favorites?
Yeah. What about you?
Favorite ornament?
Yeah.
Well, I think my favorite one to look at was like this, like, I guess it's a Fabergé egg that I was told it was my grandma Jean's, who I'm named after.
Ooh.
So, like, my mom's mom.
Okay.
And it's like an egg, but it's like all like sparkly on the back, and then there's like kind of like an oval shape cut out of the front top of it, and then there's like I think like a baby Jesus or something inside, and then like decorative stuff all around that with like a little frilly edge.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's usually
I mean, lovely.
It's usually. I mean, I'm describing it all weird, but it's like, you know, probably from the 1940s.
Oh yeah. Okay. You had me up until the Jesus and the egg thing, but
yeah,
you know, it reminded me of the chicken and the egg thing that I looked up before. But.
So which came first, Jason, the chicken or the egg?
So the egg came way before. Let's just say that the egg was 340 million years.
Well, it makes sense. Lizards lay eggs, right?
Right, yeah. You know,
Dinosaurs
lots of things.
whatever.
Fish eggs,
Yeah.
even.
Oh, yeah.
And then chickens started evolving around 58,000 years ago, it says there. So.
Okay, so it's kind of a trick question.
Exactly. You know, and I mean, it's a
Okay.
whole philosophical thing about what came first, the chicken or the egg. And, you know, a chicken egg is what you're assuming they're talking about.
Yeah, but it
doesn't
could have
really
been.
matter.
Could have been anything.
That was just a weird little
man.
tangent that you're talking about eggs.
So many.
You know, remember when you were talking about eggs? So Fabergé eggs are like an actual egg, right? I think.
Pretty sure.
And then they sparkle them all up and fancy them all up and gold leaf them
I think
all up.
it's like a
and,
painting thing, Ukrainian painting, Easter thing,
well, Fabergé is like
where you blow the egg. I think this one was like a blown out egg, but then it's like there's also a piece cut out of it.
oh, that's a whole like I think Fabergé is like a whole. It's like an actual company, fancy company, and they make them like super expensive and diamond them up and everything. But maybe Fabergé is just the art of
I don't know.
cutting and
This
decorating.
one was like a super fancy. It wasn't like a homemade piece of shit one. It was like super fancy from the
okay.
store.
Yeah, okay,
Mega vintage.
nice.
Yeah, it was the one Mom always had. That was at the top of the tree, and then when Mom passed away, that one came to me. So
Yay! Yeah. Do you have it now? I don't remember seeing that one.
yeah, it's always up at the top.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yay!
That's probably my favorite. The one that cracks me up probably the most is I have this bell that's like about 3 inches tall and about 4 inches wide, like a bell shape cut out of like a cereal box situation.
Oh yeah.
That our grade 1 teacher, maybe it was, yeah, I think maybe it was Marion's class, and they so it has like green foil that kind of has like a snowflake pattern folded over it and then like glued on, and then like I have a little chunk of yarn rolled like into a spiral as the bell for the bottom shape of the bell.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then on the back,
As the
it's
donger.
hand printed Bobby Jean, but it like takes up the whole back and all up the side.
And written by you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's like, I think maybe kindergarten, probably kindergarten or grade 1. So, yeah, Mom used to give us a ornament every year.
Oh, right.
So that when you moved out on your own, you'd have you'd have a little bit of something for your first tree, and yeah.
And so then, did you, like, when you got that ornament as a present, did you put it on the tree that year, or you just kept it aside as your own thing?
Yeah, you could
know?
open it up and put it on the tree right then, and then when we packed up the tree, because we'd always put the tree away before New Year's, so you'd start the year fresh with the clean house or whatever. That was Mom's family tradition. So then we would pack them up, and each one of us kids, by the time we were like 7 or 8, Mom gave us our own mandarin orange box.
Oh, right.
You know,
right.
And then that's what we put our ornaments in. So I have like a little ballerina and a little fiddle player, and because I was in ballet, and I never learned to play fiddle, but my dad played violin or fiddle, so yeah, so that one's kind of a little nod to my dad.
Instead of the mandarin box, I just pictured instantly like all of our decorations back in the day.
You guys had yours in mandarin boxes
most of them,
too?
yeah. And you'd have
they
like
were around at
wrapped
Christmas.
in paper towel or toilet paper, that tissue, and bundled up and then
and
stuffed
you used the
in
same
there.
piece of tissue year after year after year.
Yeah, you just put it back in the box once you open the ornament and put it on the tree or whatever.
Yeah, we always had to put the whatever it was that it was wrapped in back into the package and then into the box, so that when it was time to take the tree down, it was it was all right there and easy to go, easy to do.
Mama, just kill me, Brenda, just kill the man.
No, she didn't.
No. Oh, that's me confessing to her at that time that I did.
That you did?
Yeah, I put a gun against his head and pulled the trigger, and now he's dead.
That was on that video game.
Mama, life has just begun. But now I've gone and thrown it all away.
What was Brenda up to?
She made her own advent calendar.
What?
And I remember growing up thinking, like, all kids had that same sort of thing.
One?
That somebody, made their own advent, because other kids talked about advent calendars and stuff.
It's popular now.
For sure, you can get all kinds of ones now, right? I saw a SpongeBob one the other day.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, SpongeBob, but it was like gross little candies and shit inside.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I meant the homemade ones are really popular now.
There's
lots of good designs out there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's some that's like kind of like a double wide of a pillowcase, and then they just have it like sewn into, they just run, well, you could do just a pillowcase size, and they just sewed it through like all the way across, and then just cut slits in it, and so then each one had like a little pocket.
Oh, okay.
And then they put the dates on them.
That's cool.
And each kid had their own.
Yeah.
One or boxes that have the little doors or
so ours, and again I didn't realize that like advent calendars were hidden, because ours was just strips. She had like it'd be like JS, which is Jason, and then JT, which is James, my brother, and then S, I think it was just an S for my brother Steve, and then I think there was one for Dad probably, and Mom too, I think all of us, and then it was just like strips of ribbon that went down, and then she just used like tape, double-sided tape or whatever, Scotch tape you wrapped around, and then it'd be like those little single caramels.
Oh, nice.
It'd be like caramel, loony, or quarter back in the day or whatever, and then inflation.
And so you knew what you were going to get.
So you knew and you saw what you were going to get. And then at like the bottom one, or I think the 25th, it was like a roll of quarters or loonies or toonies or whatever.
Wow,
as inflation went up. Yeah, it was like, so you could really see it. So you'd be like, and back in the day, like $3 meant you could go to 7-Eleven and buy a candy, or you could put it away to save for your first car, because you're going to do that,
Whatever.
That kind of deal. Yeah, so it was a little bit weird being able to see it.
Get a new outfit for your action figure?
Jackets and jeans for my action figure,
I don't know.
Yeah. For my G.I. Joe.
What boys are buying?
Yeah, for my He-Man.
New shovel for your He-Man?
Yeah, He-Man. Yeah. The advent calendars.
You love them.
So the one thing that I came up with as far as Christmas stuff that people out there might not know of is the movie called Rare Exports.
Oh, it's so good.
If you haven't seen it, you should probably see it.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and it's available all over now. Like, we saw it at a film festival, so...
Yeah, many years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calgary or...
Yeah, way back when we first got together.
Yeah, and that was awesome, too, because it was like, didn't really know what to expect. I think all the things said was a Christmas fantasy horror film.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because I think it was in the horror genre.
Yeah.
Even we were like, what? What's this? Christmas Tale?
Yeah.
Because it's Rare Exports, a Christmas Tale is the actual whatever, I guess. But yeah. And
I think, is there some subtitles? I guess it depends on which one you watch.
So it was made in Finland.
Yeah.
And so it's like half English, half subtitled, because they do speak a lot of English there.
It's a great story, though. It's like the little boy.
There's probably dubbed versions by now.
his experience of Christmas. It's sort of him and his dad are like the main characters.
Yeah, and it's sort of...
And it's a super small town in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the big conglomerate guy, rich corporation guy shows up and decides he's gonna grave rob, basically, essentially.
Blow up a mountain. They start tearing into the mountain and digging into this mountain, the sacred mountain and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, what do you think's going to happen?
Well, we don't want to spoil the spoilers for any spoilers out there. And yeah, it's pretty neat. It definitely takes in a lot of different directions and stuff.
I will disclaim this, though, because it was a bit much.
I think I might know where you're going.
First time. You do see some old dong near the end.
That's where I thought you were going.
Yeah, I was trying to think of what they say on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they talk about the which show are they going
Hanging
to?
Thunder Gun.
Thunder Gun. Yeah, there's a bit of a Thunder Gun situation at the end where actually you see some.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see some old dong, but it's from...
Old floppy dong.
It's from far away. It's like someone running outside, and you're going to be fine, and you can just look away if you're embarrassed. Just if you don't watch it with your kids, because it could be scary, and...
we don't want to shame anybody out there, all you seniors, flop your dongs.
Oh, fucking
do what you need to do.
Enjoy your dongs.
Yeah.
If you got them.
If you got a dong,
enjoy them if you got them.
But in a consensual way.
Yeah,
Let's say that. Don't just flop your dongs to anybody that doesn't want to see that.
And that's why I thought I'd put a little disclaimer on it. I mean, I'm not sure. Like, back when we watched it, it was the kind of thing where you went to the film festival or you rented it. It wasn't like a downloadable, streamed kind of a situation where things have changed. So there was probably... I don't know. I think we might have even bought it way back when it came out. I think we might have ordered it.
Yeah, I think we do have it. We definitely have it.
But anyways, be just be warned about that. But it's a great story, and it's a fun adventure, and it's like, holy fucking, this is how Christmases could be for somebody, and it's a good story. The
thing I really like about it is, like, where you end up at the end is not anywhere where you would think you ended up when you're first watching the beginning. Like the first 20 minutes or half hour, you're like, oh shit, okay, something's up and something's weird. You almost think it's a bit of a Krampus-y kind of thing, almost, but then it's not, but it is.
Yeah, don't give anything away.
Oh, it's so crazy. And then by the end, you're just like, holy shit. You know?
We watched the trailer just now because we wanted to make sure that other people could find it, so you guys can watch it. So he looked it up online, and then the trailer, it's very Americanized. It's got like the usual guy that's like, this Christmas, if you want to be scared to death. It's almost like the voiceover that happens on Scrooged when they're advertising their Christmas special. It's like, you are going to be afraid to miss this.
In a world where Santa Claus doesn't exist.
Exactly. That that's the voice.
That was pretty good, actually.
That was fucking awesome. What are we doing podcasts?
I don't know. What the hell?
Do some voiceover.
Switch my voice up here, We can't pick a title podcast. Ran out of breath on that one a little bit.
You're going to need fresh panties. Holy
good.
Shit.
Gush.
Giggling.
But yeah, Rare Exports, I'm just looking it up. It's on Google Play, Apple TV, and YouTube Pay.
Yeah, you can watch it.
$4.99 through YouTube. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty good movie.
You can turn it off if you get scared. Maybe have a buddy.
It's fun because it's the type of movie that you want to tell others about because they haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, you got to watch this movie.
I'm stoked that it got some traction and that it's mainstream and has become more of a available classic. Ooh, the kitty cat's all wet. Came in from outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about streaming now.
Wet ass pussy.
Got your WAP?
I think that's what Megan Thee Stallion's
Got
talking
your WAP
about.
going on there? That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Her cat probably came in from the fucking rain. And it was a wet ass pussy. They're like, oh, ding.
Beat. Drop that beat. And the cat is real sexy. Because that's how the song goes? I don't know.
In a world where cats are wet.
And sexy.
Sexy.
He's a beautiful kitty. Sleeping?
Oh no, I'm wide awake.
Oh, okay.
I'm wide awake.
What you're just looking stuff up so it got all quiet?
Interesting
for people?
I was way down in my 8 pages of catnip notes there.
Cat note
And
nips?
soup and stew notes and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You found out the difference between soups and stews?
I did, actually.
Okay, do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, do people care about that?
I don't know. We'll find out. You guys tell us.
That sounded like, I don't, and then no definite no. That was awesome.
Well, you did the research. I'm sure people are going to appreciate it.
So the main difference is that...
between a soup and a stew?
Yeah, between a soup and a stew is that stew, of course, is much hardier and thicker. But it says, while the overall dish includes liquid, a stew we're talking about here, it contains just enough to cover the main ingredients.
Right.
That's a stew.
Right.
Usually the pieces are chunkier, hardier, big old pieces and stuff like that. Yeah. But while I was looking it up, it was kind of neat that stew, the word stew at one time, actually meant a brothel. Because, it came from, it was slang for a steam bath at one time. And then, inevitably, the steam bath becomes a brothel, because steamy.
Well, you're wet.
Yeah, well, as long as you're wet and there's towels everywhere.
They're slippery.
You may as well bang a sex worker, as they say.
Or your friends that are into that kind of thing.
Oh, I guess. Right, they don't have to be working.
Yeah.
I guess there's sex...
Just like a bang buddy?
Sex-free person?
Yeah.
I don't know.
People like hooking up. They don't always pay for it.
Yeah, so at one time, it meant
hooking up?
Hooking up in a brothel. To stew.
Oh.
Meant to, I'm going to go and hook up in a brothel.
Be in there for a long time with the juices just covering you. Yeah.
Just enough for my hearty ingredients.
Yeah.
My chunky ingredients.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to sleep better knowing that.
Yeah.
I might have slept better not knowing that.
And
I'll think about the catnip instead.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's go with that. Sexy, horny cats.
Big cats.
Soup, they assume they figure is the actual oldest known food. Like prepared food.
Like cooked.
Made, prepared food was soup. It makes sense, right? You got water, you got a bunch of stuff, throw it in there. You got soup. Rather than eating just a potato. And a beef.
Do you think somebody just had a potato and a beef just in a vessel and then just it rained and then the next day they just fucking went with it?
You just got to go with it, right?
They're just or
it started raining while they were cooking it on their fire.
Yeah, it actually tastes good.
Yeah. And there's a lot more of it now.
Yeah.
We could eat this broth for days now. And,
for days, well, not with any.
Yeah, we don't have to eat stew. This guy named Stu. Oh. I assume that's where it came from.
He's getting chewy with all his brothel juices.
Yeah. So,
brothel juices. I thought that was pretty funny.
Came from brothel juices. That's maybe where broth came from. Oh, thank you. Need to top up my water. Gotta stay hydrated in this day and age. Oh, some real.
Somebody filled it right to the top.
Oops, that could have been me. I tend to do that.
Sometimes the cat tries to lick me. Do you guys as cats try to lick you too? Because I don't know. I don't know if he thinks I'm a piece of corn.
You're delicious, like a nice broth.
Or if he just wants to get my finger wet, so I pet him with the wet finger, so I'm just actually just grooming him.
Yeah.
I'm just a hairbrush.
Dry my wet ass pussy.
Or are you just trying to clean my finger off so I don't get hot cocoa juice on you?
Oh my god.
No, I don't have any cocoa on my finger. I didn't stick my finger in the cup while I was walking around.
Make sure he doesn't get into the puzzle. Whatever you do, he's gonna get the puzzle.
He does seem like he wants to hang out and do the puzzle. We got into puzzling here a few days ago. Got back into it.
Busted out the big table, as we like to say around here.
Yeah, fold out.
The old fold out puzzle table.
Yeah.
We've hammered through a couple already. 2, 3.
This is the third one.
Third one.
1,000-piece puzzle.
Moose. Yeah.
Takes me a day or two a couple of days, I guess.
Yeah.
Put one together.
It's a good one. Maybe we'll post a picture and let people see it.
The other ones I already took apart and put back in the thing.
Yeah, we didn't bother.
We get some from the free store, and so sometimes they're like missing a few pieces, so I just write missing 3 pieces on the box and tape it back up after I've done it.
And I like the
Take
idea
it back
of
to the store.
marking where the pieces are missing on the puzzle. That was easy to say.
Yeah.
You know, you mark out the picture. I'm like, oh, this is missing and this is missing. So then at least you know.
I don't want people to know.
No, oh, it's more of a fake out.
Yeah.
It's harder that way.
Well, they just know 3 pieces are missing. They don't know that it's like 1 edge and 2 in the middle.
Oh, good call.
You know?
Oh, that makes it harder.
Well, then it's more puzzly.
It's just way more frustrating then.
Well, it's part of the puzzle.
It's puzzling.
Is being puzzling.
I guess, being puzzled.
Yeah.
And I was looking at puzzles, and there's a girl on YouTube, Karen Puzzles. So weird, crazily enough.
Okay.
You know? And yeah, she does everything puzzle related. She's got tons of subscribers, and she did one just talking about that, and it was
like jigsaw puzzles.
Jigsaw puzzles.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, not like crosswords and stuff. All seems
Not
like pretty exclusively jigsaw
escape
puzzles.
room situation.
Yeah,
or
no,
something.
not that
okay.
I could see so far.
Okay.
Tons of puzzle videos, but
Wow.
and one of them was like no edge on it, like no hard edge on it.
Okay.
And it comes with 5 extra pieces just to fake you out that don't fit anywhere at all. They're not like copies. They just don't fit, so they fake outs.
I've seen
Yeah.
the ones that are like a solid color,
Oh yeah, those are nuts.
which are tricky to do.
Yeah.
But was it the Ravensburger, whatever that super fancy, the like tip top of puzzle makers, they have a specific pattern that they use for their puzzles.
Yeah. Hey?
So you learn to recognize the shape
The pattern of it.
well, the shape of the pieces. So you know that like the one big piece or whatever, because sometimes they have pieces that are like the size of 3 pieces together. And I guess if like so that cutout of that specific puzzle, you know that they use that cutout on several puzzles.
Right.
So then
Yeah.
you basically learn to look for the shapes because you know that, hey, I saw this as you're flipping them all over. You know, hey, these ones go over here, these ones go over there. You know.
Yeah, you learn that pattern of where all the different
Yeah.
shapes and everything already are, right? And
Yeah,
there's
'cause
people
if
out there that can learn that kind of stuff.
If you do a puzzle upside down or whatever, so it's just all one size, you can really get to see the shape of all the different cutouts on it.
Oh, okay. I think I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like if you flipped your puzzle over as you're putting it together.
Oh,
and you just
right.
put
Oh,
it
I see what
together.
you're saying. Upside down, I rotated it instead of flipping the whole thing
180.
over. Yeah, exactly.
Not pancake
yeah.
flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go,
That's
pancake
cool.
flip. Yeah, it was cool. We were watching the Worlds Jigsaw Puzzle Competitions, and
Her voice was
kinda neat.
hilarious. Totally reminded me of that actor from SNL.
Heidi Gardner,
I think so.
Yeah.
She does like,
or like Vanessa Bayer from back in the day, kind of.
yeah, she's got a unique accent, and it's, yeah.
Real drawn out to sort of like that to
Yeah.
kind of. I'm throwing a little Christopher Walken in at the end.
You are
but
definitely
I couldn't
making
help
more
it.
Christopher Walken,
You know.
but yeah, if you check it out, what's her name? Karen
Puzzles.
Karen Puzzles.
Yeah.
She's pretty adorable.
Yeah, it was neat to watch
She's got a
the
huge following.
World's Jigsaw competition in Spain.
Yeah.
And it was like the leader, 32 minutes or something, finished this 500-piece puzzle. And they all looked pretty difficult. It definitely difficult to do in 32 minutes. It's ridiculous, you know, but they didn't look crazy hard. It was fun, though.
So I was thinking about the one rule that they have about if you have a piece missing,
Oh, yeah.
they'll add 10 seconds to your time. Like, you jump up and you check your box and the bag, and a couple of times they were just still in the bag. Mm-hmm. And people were able to get them done. But if you have one piece missing and you can't find it by the time you're like, okay, well, I can't find it, and then you just take a 10-second penalty. What if you just were like, hey, I don't really know where 500 of these pieces are?
What does
that give you, like, how many minutes of a...
I thought the exact same thing.
Just
I
like...
work out the math
Just hoop it.
of 10 seconds per piece,
There you
and
go.
then just go through and be like, throw down like 30 pieces and be like, I'm done.
Not sure where those are.
I'm sure somebody would have thought of
Oh,
that
yeah,
ahead
they'll
of time,
see
the
you sticking
officials,
it in
but
your pocket. They're like, that's a whole handful of
just
randos.
gulp.
Just eating them? Oh, no. Okay.
They're just cardboard or paper.
Yeah.
It should pass okay.
So it was kind of neat watching the video that
That'd be awesome if it came out like pieces stuck together properly. That's how I do my puzzles.
Through your colon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, you were saying? Something before I disgusted it up there.
Yeah. So it's in Spain, and I guess they were saying that there's a lot of people there that are from there and from that area, and so they're not the world's best, because she said, like, there's a caveat on it being the world's best puzzler. It's like it's the world best puzzler that has the funds and the means to go and take the time off work and practice and get good at it and go to Spain and compete.
Yeah.
Like there's lots of other people that are fantastic at puzzling that just don't have a way to get to Spain. But the people that live in the area, I guess it's super common for them to go. And you were saying it didn't cost much to go into the competition.
It was like $20 for the individual or something, like 20 Spanish bucks.
And it was neat to see the difference in time. Like the one fella that had won one of the competitions, it was like a 7-minute gap between him and the next person, and then it was like 30-second gaps in between for the next finisher.
The next 20.
But yeah, it was like, okay, this guy's in kind of a league of his own because he's like way out in front of everybody else.
And he was nuts. He was just like two-handing it, standing up the whole time, just flipping puzzle pieces, blah, 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 put this in here, taking it out and sorting them at the same time.
Standing up really gives you a better perspective because you can get up and above it and see it better. I know when I get up and walk away from the puzzle, I like to go to the bathroom or get another glass of water or whatever, and I come back and I'm like, oh, that's where that went. Something I'd been like staring at for a while. Yeah. I think because you get, just more perspective.
You can see the whole piece, I think, from above. You can see all 6 edges or whatever
picture.
On it. Yeah.
You have 6 edges on your...
Or whatever there's, I say 6 because I'm holding up a puzzle piece right now.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The whole complete puzzle that you're building.
No,
I'm like,
no.
Are you seeing 6 sides?
Hexagon puzzles, that's the newest thing.
Rectangles only have 4 sides, Jason.
4-sided puzzles are so
He's not great with math. Some Drayton Valley math we got going on here.
I'm already in 2023 over here.
Are you?
The hexagon puzzles and all.
What?
Not to brag, but...
You're a hexagon puzzle.
I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, we pulled out the puzzle a few days ago. I was kind of, feeling some feelings around Christmas time and just like, whew, my mom's birthday was Christmas Day, so... Mm-hmm. She's been gone. This year it'll be 20 years. January 22nd or whatever. It'll be.
Love you, Karen.
20 years that my mom's been passed away now. So Christmas was always a big deal because it was her birthday too. So she, wanted to make Christmas super awesome special for all of us. But then it was also her birthday. So sometimes she'd get, lost in the shuffle there. Just, in the celebration of it all, we're just excited about all our presents and, stuff. But we'd always do like a birthday cake and all that stuff for her. And when we got a bit older, we'd do our stockings, and then we'd take a break and Mom would get to open up her birthday presents and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I think when we were kids, I think we did Christmas presents, and then we did breakfast, and then I think Mom got her birthday presents, and then it was just fucking full on Christmas.
Just chaos after that.
Yeah, well, we went over to Grandma Vina's, Dad's mom. We'd go over there, and Aunt Judy and everybody would come down from Gold River, and we'd go there for Christmas. It was pretty nice. Yeah, so I was just missing, Mom and Dad and stuff, and, just...
Yeah, we'll try to maybe arrange a video call or two or something, or even just a call, and I think that'll be fun. For my side and your side.
Yeah, it's always nice talking to people, but I was feeling a bit down anyway, so I wanted to get my mind off of it, and puzzles are always good because then you gotta really focus up and just look at that and put on some good music, listen to some Queen, and pump myself up.
Yeah, I think that's a good part of it. Just get your head in a different space. A lot of times you don't have to, hash through it all the time. A lot of times it's just, it's there, the feelings are there, and you don't have to just sit and dwell on them or, look at your phone with it still in the back of your mind or whatever. If you have something else to focus on, I think that definitely helps, Yeah,
I think it's, I know for me, it's been better growth for me if I take the time to actually sit with the feelings for a little bit and acknowledge them and see where they're coming from and, you know, you kind of know why, and the older I get, the more perspective I gain, because, you know, it's been further away from that time, and things soften up that felt prickly before and stuff, and, you know, you kind of realize that your perception is key to everything, right? You know, like, I'm experiencing my life from me and my experiences and how I'm feeling, and, you know, all of that stuff. So it's, you know, Christmas is beautiful, but
yeah, it can be tough too.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I miss driving around and singing Christmas carols with her, and, you know, making cookies and taking the horse out in the carriage with the jingle bells on, and, you know, going around and giving out cookies to the old folks and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world, you know, for sure. I think for a lot of people out there, and yeah, I know ours is definitely a lot different now since my mom died, and you know, she was definitely the glue that at least got everybody together as much as we could, even though we were all living in different places. And
Head
stuff.
cat wrangler.
And, yeah, exactly. Yeah, and just made sure that it happened still, even if the rest of us sort of, you know, humbugged it a little bit. I think she still.
Everybody was fed and loved, and
100%. And no shortage of food. That's for damn sure. You know, so yeah.
Good mamas.
Yeah, I miss it sometimes. The big hall and all the people and everything. I think about
with all the swap side of the family.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Sure.
You know, it's just nice to know you have all that there, and a lot of backup and support and love and everything else. Laughter. That's a big one. That's the biggest one, actually. That's a good call. Is just the jib jab and the joking back and forth, and our whole family's pretty funny and sarcastic all at the same time. You know, so.
And you holding babies.
I like holding babies.
That's
Yay! Thanks, Nick and Ashley.
We got to hang out with little Harlan.
That was awesome. Shout out to
at the Christmas fair last week.
Big old redhead Harlan. He was super cute.
Yeah, what's he, like 7 months old or something?
I think that's what he said.
His first Christmas.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, you guys first time meeting, and you just like hung out. He was sitting on you and everything.
Yeah, he was great. He was a great boy. Yeah, it was fun.
Babies.
Yeah, you know, I hope everybody has a great Christmas and holidays and all that out there. And
you bet. And we'll be back at you next week.
Yeah, stay safe and love each other very much.
Keep her tight.
You know, keep it real.
Keep your stick on the ice.
I think that's somebody else's slogan.
Oh, shit.
Was it Learn and Burn? I like that one from last week.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
And if all else fails, fucking Letterkenny comes out on Christmas Day, so you got that to look forward to.
Boxing Day, I think it said now.
And
normally
it said
it's Christmas
the 25th.
Day. I don't want to fake anybody out here.
Well, we don't want you to have to cry. Yeah, we just rewatched all the seasons. Letterkenny.
Series is scheduled to make its return on December 26th.
Oh, okay. Well, Boxing Day. There you go, guys.
Oh, well, this other one says December 25th.
Yeah, on Crave, I think it was 25th. So that's what they dropped. They've always dropped it Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So
this other one
it's probably just a different streaming service is getting it.
All the rest
day.
say 26, 26, 26, 26.
Which one says the 25th?
I know on the trailer I saw it said 26th. So it surprised me because it's always been Christmas.
Which one says the 25th there?
Oh yeah, debut on Crave on December 25th, with Hulu receiving the new season the following day. So there you go, Crave on the 25th.
Like I
you
said
were
before.
right all along, honey.
All right, well let's end on that.
What's your favorite Christmas carol? Do you know offhand?
Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Oh, nice. I don't know that one. I was going to start singing.
We had that record. It was on a mini record.
Grandma.
You call that 45?
45, yeah.
Yeah,
that's the small ones, right?
Yeah.
The mini ones, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
It had like another song on the other side.
Nice.
Yeah.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That's it, right?
Coming home from our house Christmas Eve. You may say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe.
Yeehaw!
Something about incriminating claws marks on his back.
Oh, yeah? Oh, crazy.
Yeah.
Might have to look up the lyrics of that one.
It's a really good song. You
Nice,
guys should
that's
check
great.
out that Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
All
There
I think
you
of
go.
is on Hot Rod, the movie Hot Rod,
Oh, yeah?
when Yorm Tacone comes over to Andy Samberg, and he's like, hey, what's that song again about where Grandma got run over by the reindeer? And he's like, Grandma got run over by the reindeer? And he's like, no, I don't think that's it. Anyway, Hot Rod, another good movie.
Hot Rod.
Love you all very much.
Love you guys. Proud of you for making it through another week. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. It's pretty great.
It's been a hell of a pleasure, and this year and next year, bigger and better things. We're going to do a couple of guest test recordings to see how all that goes. I want to do a couple of tests.
Like
for
math
guests.
tests or spelling?
Guest test.
Guess the guest test?
Oh, maybe we'll come up with some sort of quiz for the guests, and if they pass it, like a skill testing question, then they can be on the podcast.
Are you passing it?
It'll be like a dick testing question, to make sure there's no dicks, right?
Okay, well, tell your friends, but no dicks.
Yeah, tell your cool friends.
Just the cool friends.
Yeah,
like
learn and burn, folks. Learn and burn.
Yeah, we don't want to deal with Bojangles.
Mr. Bojangles.
Okay. Stay safe. Love you guys.
All right.
And we'll
keep it
be
real
back
tight.
at you next week.
Next year? No, next week. Oh, yeah, no.
We'll be back next
after
week.
Christmas. Hold on. Sorry, folks. I keep getting all psyched out here. What day is it today?
It's the day that we do the podcast.
Oh, right. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
And then it'll be out. We'll be going to the dentist.
Well, dentist
again.
And then MRI.
And then he gets his fancy pictures of his leg.
Yay, fancy pictures.
Yeah, we'll tell you all about that. We'll have a town adventure time, Christmas decompress.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one.
Okay.
Breathe. Meditate and breathe.
And you guys message us, like on Instagram.
At We Can't Pick.
And on Facebook.
At We Can't Pick.
Yeah, fucking reach out, say
pretty
hi.
easy spots, and yeah, definitely.
And
give us a Merry Christmas or a Happy Chanukah or
whatever your
Quasi Kwanzaa or whatever
celebration
kids say these days.
Happy fucking winters and stuff.
Happy fucking holidays.
I think it's like winter solstice or whatever when this comes out, so happy solstice and shit.
Right, good call.
Happy winter solstice.
And then days get longer?
Yeah, after this the days are just getting longer again. So you did it, guys. You
it's
made
so
it.
Dark out at
Gals,
like 3:30.
Folks.
Folks.
Peeps.
Y'all.
Y'all. Okay. Longest goodbye ever. Love you.
All right.
Keep it tight.
Keep her tight. Real tight. I like that Silver Bells one. Not Silver Bells, but the, what's that other one?
Oh, little tip.
Okay.
Little tip, you guys. Little shopping tip.
It's like, is that your
Just
favorite
so you know,
Christmas song?
Just so you know.
Tip? Yeah.
If people are walking real fucking slow in front of you when you're doing your Boxing Day shopping,
yeah.
If you whistle Christmas carols as loud as you fucking can, right as you go, people move out of your way.
Oh, it works, folks.
It worked so good. We only went Boxing Day shopping one time, and we were in Airdrie, and we drove to what was that mall?
I don't know, Airdrie Mall,
Cross Iron Mall, or whatever.
Right.
Whatever it's called there.
That whole crazy thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we went there, and people were walking real slow. So I just. And you got to go a little extra fast so it's more aggressive.
Yeah.
And even if you only know the one little part, doesn't matter. That blasting up behind you is startling as fuck. And people, look at you. And then by then you can just turn a bit to the side, get your elbow through there, and keep going.
And it's super sweet and nice. So what can they say?
Yeah, I'm jolly as fuck.
They can't turn around, even if they're pissed off. They turn around and see you smiling and whistling.
Yeah.
They're not going to be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" They're like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
And they just get out of the way because they're going so slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
Just
it
a little
works.
tip.
Little
if only
tip.
we could
My
do
favorite
that in
rapper.
our cars.
Little tip.
Keep the tip.
Little tip. Little tip. Little tip.
Keep the tip.
Gucci gang. Gucci gang. Gucci gang. Gucci gang.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans.